Good morning, this is H coming at you with another Inventor tutorial video doing some part files, looking at the SOLIDWORKS education lessons. We're looking at lesson 5 and 6 in this video, so let's get started. Let's just jump in. So lesson 5 looks like this one here. Yep, this is lesson 5. I'm just double checking. We got a lot more going on in this part than in some of the previous ones. If you've seen the other two videos that are in this kind of series of tutorial part files and the lessons. So when we look at this one, we're looking at the different views and getting a good starting point, right? So we're always looking for what gives us the most numerical information, visual information, of course, and then comparing what it is we're making this view here to the other views and what we can create and what we're drawing. So when we look at this, we see we have some walls around like a platform, central platform, and we got a lot of detailed dimensioning here and pretty much equal on both sides here. Now, the biggest difference is the amount of fillets that are visible. There are no fillets visible here. So I'm probably not going to be drawing this view. I'm just going to leave that there. The front view is a contender. But the top view, I really like this because of this kind of stair step effect that these different pieces are doing, these different features. We have like a 10, this would be like 30 up to this, 20 up to this, and then like 40 or 50. So yeah, 50 up to here. So I like the idea of drawing this top view personally and extruding these different profiles, these different heights, and then doing the finishing touches with any kind of chamfering or a final fillet that I need to do. So I like this a lot. If we can do it from the front view and do some extruding, but there might be a bit of cutting that you have to do because you're just extruding two rectangles here and they're set back from each other. So this visual information here is really, really key. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move this to my other screen so I can get all situated, so I can follow that and do this Inventor. But let's jump in. Let's do this part file. Again, we're using millimeters for our parts, and we're drawing the top view. So I'm going to use the top view plane of the XZ plane. And now we're just going to get into drawing some lines here. So we have a line, the outer perimeter line is going to be 60 millimeters. And then it comes down this direction here, 20 millimeters. And then we're going to go back in and back in 30. So it's basically at the halfway point. And then it's coming down this direction here. This is also 30. And this would be 30. And then it just comes up and joins itself at the beginning. So we have quite a lot of back and forth here going on. Now we need to add, let's add the fillets that are in here as well. We have two fillets that are currently visible from the top view that are both radius 10. So we're going to do the fillet that's here and the fillet that's here, getting those in and done. Those look good. Now we need to look at the internal profiles that are going to be going on here, as we have some rectangles that are going to be needing to be formed. So we have something like that happening. Then we have this. So I use this center point of this fillet to make sure that this is 10, right? Because everything's a multiple of 10. We need to make sure this is 20, and then everything else should be set, right? This is a 10 by 10 square, and it is. I've done it that way using some shortcuts in general, like using the fillet point and using this point here, like so. We've done that, and then this is 30, or at least it should be 30 right here, and it is, right? There it is. It's a driven dimension, so it's locked into position that way. And now we need to add the line that goes down vertically this way. So let's dimension that, make sure that is a 10 millimeters away. And that's actually it. That's all the dimension that needs. So here we have our top view. This is our top view sketch that we did, multiple profiles in it. And now we're going to finish the sketch and move on to doing some extrusions. So when we extrude this, we're going to have multiple extrusions. So we're going to need to use this green plus sign. So this first extrusion here, this is that base. This is that first level, that the 10 millimeter level. So we'll click that 10 millimeter level, click the plus sign, go to the next level. This level here, as well as this rectangle here, both of these are 30. So they go to the 10, but then they go up another 20 millimeters. So they are 30 millimeters from that base sketch that we did. Very important distinction. Then we can add the plus sign there. And then we have this. This is 20 because it's only 10 above the base of 10 millimeters above the base of 10 millimeters. So I'll finish that one. And then this one here, this one goes all the way up 50 millimeters. And we can actually hit enter now because we've made these four different extrusions. I can count, right? 4 different extrusions for this part file. And it's looking good. It's nearly complete. There are 2 features though that needed to be added because we couldn't do those in the preliminary sketching that we did at the top view. We need to chamfer this wall here from this edge. We need to chamfer this edge here. We need to fillet this edge here. So let's fillet. So fillet radius of 10. Again, the fillet tool here is the one I'm using in the 3D model tab because I'm filleting 3D material. Makes sense, right? Obvious. So hit enter, that fillet is done. Now the chamfer tool is also in the modify section of the 3D model window. So I want to make sure that I'm chamfering this, and this chamfer is going to be slightly different than one that I've done in other videos, I believe. And it's going to actually be 2 distances because it's going to be going horizontally further than it's going vertically, right? So we're given the dimension of the horizontal dimension of 40. And so you can see this orange arrow here with distance 1, that's what's highlighted. The orange is highlighting this. This is the distance 1 it's talking about, and it's 40 millimeters this way. Distance 2 needs to be 20 millimeters down, right? So distance 1 in this case is the horizontal distance of the chamfer. Distance 2 is the vertical distance of the chamfer from that edge that we selected. Remember, we're selecting the edge that gets deleted or cut, right? Changed by the chamfer. And we apply that. And there it is. That's the chamfer. And that is lesson 5 completed. Like that is complete lesson 5. It is done. It looks great. And we can move on now to lesson 6. And that will be the last lesson for this video. So lesson 6, let's expand this about. Here it is. Here, let's expand this again. All right, here we have a classic stair-stepping part, right? The classic stair-stepping part, it looks like a set of stairs with one really big step like right in the middle of it. No one would ever build stairs this way, but you know, to each his own. There's weird staircases, but this is a stair step, right? It's a series of extrusions going up different lengths. So whenever you see this in any part file, in any type of lesson in this packet or any type of other part file, you see this effect, look at it from the top view because that's going to give you the shapes of these different extrusions that are being made, right? The top view is the key to this style of part and the drawing that we need, the sketch that we need to make from this drawing. So we're going to start with our standard millimeter part, start our sketch, the XZ plane, top view. And we have a circle, we have a curve that we're going to use. So we're actually going to draw a circle and we're going to use that circle as our base right at 0, 0, because that's where I like to make the circles, right at 0, 0. And then we need to draw a line. This line comes out 30 according to the drawing. And then we have an angle that comes down like this way here. And I don't know this right now, but I know that it ends in line with the end of this curve, this circle. So you see this dotted line that's appearing like coming straight from this point of the circle, coming straight to my mouse. As long as that dotted line is there, I'm just going to click. And then I can click this into existence as well. So I've made the lines there. So now I can dimension some things. I need to dimension actually this line here is going to be, because we have a total distance from this point to this point is supposed to be 60. Well, if 20 of it is here, because 40, this is 20 radius, we know another 40 is here. So this dimension should be 40, this one here. So that's good. We're looking good. And we need to know that these are tangent lines. That's probably going to help set us up as well. There it is as well, fully constrained, just like that. So those are tangent lines. So that's looking good. We're looking good. And we can trim out this because we don't need that other side of the circle. We don't need that other curve. So we can trim that out. We don't need that. And now we need to add the shapes that are here. So we have a line, and I just clicked it to start on this top line here. We're going to click it there, and then we're going to click it here at this green dot point, which is kind of where that circle, kind of that half circle ended, and it's right on the z-axis. So I'm going to click it there, and then I'm going to dimension from this point, where again on the z-axis here, to this point here that starts that line we just drew. This dimension is 10. Do the same thing. I'm going to do the same idea. I'm going to draw another line and do the same thing coming down this way, diagonal line. And now I need to do the same dimensioning of 10 here, but now I need to add it here because I don't have the edge of that curve to select on when I use the z-axis at this point here. So we've added two lines in here that are just, they're slanted lines, but the dimensions that are given to us here are what keep these lines into position and give us the shapes of those steps that are there. So once we have this sketch here completed, this is it. This is what we needed in our top view. It has all the profiles that are in it. And now it just needs to be extruded 3 times at the different heights. So this is our step of 10 plus sign. This is our step of 30. Well, then we'll hit the green plus again. This step is our 40. This is our last one. So we can just hit enter on the keyboard or click OK. And there it is. This is the finished lesson 6 from this packet. Again, it's all about the stair step effect. The stair step effect, if you see it and it's simple like this and it doesn't have any kind of holes or anything or any other features that are additional to the stair step effect, look at the top view. It is where you need to go. It is where you need to start from to just get it done so quickly and so fast. And you'll get your profiles made and extruded, and you'll be able to finish up very, very quickly, just like that. But thank you again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one for lessons 7 and 8.